I do what I do for you, not favors. Stuck in a place where they can't save us. This kind of feeling is contagious. They said I'm gonna lose it when I'm famous. I've seen people falling on my way, yeah. Sometimes I lost it, but I stayed off. And now I'm running and running like a stray dog. That is the only thing that saves us. Moera, I be lying if I say that I'm not scared. My body and my conscience is here I stand. For every journey I put God first. Don't fuck up with my trumpet. And this hustle way I carry so.
Bro, let's talk about Abuja. You know, I did not believe to see that amount of crowd in Abuja because our first show in Abuja was crazy too.
Yeah, it was crazy. But
it was impromptu and quick. You know?
It wasn't anything serious.
Yeah, and this I'm seeing, I'm like, what?
What is going on here?
The whole of Abuja was out, man. I was enjoying myself.
I don't see nothing more risk in their life. If I'm not winning, then I'm losing for life. Riches in the money, one of the demons for night. Ask me how I go, I say,
my name is Ayo. I'm a fan of boy Llona, and I attended 5 cities in the Homeless Nationwide Tour. I attended Ibadan, Lagos, Abuja, Akure, and Lokoja. After the experience I had at the Ibadan edition of the tour, I decided that I would definitely want to experience more as a fan.
It's crazy.
Are you excited?
For my friend.
Ah, I like that. Oh, is it Chan?
Yes, sir.
I'm about to see him soon.
Make some noise for It's getting dangerous, but no issue. I tell you my story, but you don't fit to know. And even if you know, you know I broke into this. It's getting serious, like I sold my piece. Oh.
Production-wise, I think it was access to resources, materials, and equipment in some states. But at the end of the day, we were able to navigate our ways and still give the best out of the equipment and resources we were able to get in each state.
Kano was emotional for me.
Yes.
Yeah, it was emotional for me because Kano never for once paid attention to talent. It was just we doing it. Yes. When I even found out that we're going to be heavily spending our money in Kano, you know that I just did it for the passion of it and for the love of it. I love Kano so much, man.
What was difficult for me, I would say Kano. Kano was sweet. Kano was sweet, but difficult in the sense of, to an extent, there was language barrier, and we had to work with some equipment we've never worked with before. But so understanding that dynamics, trying to make it work and still give the very best standard that we've been working with since the beginning of the tour was quite dicey.
Fav had an amazing time with Achan.
Yeah.
Had an unbelievable time.
Because Achan didn't think he was going to have that much fun.
Don't mind with
Achan. Even Fav, they didn't think Kano was going to. And I'm like, what do you guys mean?
Oh,
Relating to the tour, the moment I can never forget is the fans' immersion. It was great to go to these cities where we as a team, the talent himself has never been to, and to feel the warmth. At the point I was on stage and I was like, wow, hearing people sing the song word for word, not just because, oh, they want to see or meet this artist, but because we could just tell that the music meant so much more to them, was a moment I can never forget. Like every single stage for me.
High blood pressure if you go to I'm praying for more life. Every time I'm up all night. Patiently waiting for sunshine. Passion and talent, all of them combine.
How difficult was it to get store support from brands and friends?
It was very difficult. We didn't have any sponsor till our last edition. Our two last editions, that was Lagos and Abuja. And then we got support from Power Us. And then we got support from Jen Walker Blonde for the Lagos edition. Aside from those, I think we had to put in every money we're making from booking at that minute, we had to put it back into the tour.
Another day and another problem. Me, I know guy we no get the conscience. Right, no, they let the man take it nonsense. So many things where I know people forget. All of my troubles, me, I never saw them. For competition, I don't like to contest. No be small picking where they like to suppress. If I get money, then my mind don't rest. If I get money, then my mind don't rest.
My favorite part of traveling for the tour was at the point whereby I was coming for the final edition at Lagos, and I was opportune to meet a couple of his fans as well on my way to the tour, and we got talking about Llona, his music, and the tour generally.
Seeing all the people that came out at the show, the OGs and the new cats, especially the OGs for me, because like I feel like that was a very good cultural story, being the fact that like Llona used to be a rapper, and then like to get cemented by literally the godfathers of rap in the Nigerian scene, from MI to Icebergs to Illbliz, you know, seeing all of them just come out on that stage and giving him that cultural cosign, you know. I think that was a cultural story, that was a moment, and like I feel like that it definitely meant something important to him, you know. So I think like that was a very iconic moment to me.
And among all your stages, what was your most proudest moment?
Maybe I'm proud of him.
Your proudest?
You're proud of
Your most proud?
I think it was Kogi. I was so proud because my mom was there. I was proud because my mom was there, bro. You know, my stepdad too was there, you know, and I was in Lokoja, you know, my roots, you feel me? Now watching my mom witness this in her own state was different for me, you know? It was different. And my stepdad too watching it.
Yes.
It's been a while that I found an audience that engaged and word for word singing every song for an artist. I think a lot of times you get to show and a lot like vibes and everybody's having a great time, but there's some sort of like personal connection to almost every song with each one of the audience member. If you look a video and you just kind of scan through the audience and just look at their faces, you can tell how personal each song was to a lot of those guys in that audience. So I think that's what stood out to me, is how personally connected to every song most of the people in the audience were.
What am I most proud of about the tour? I'd say I'm proud of the fact that we laid the groundwork for something like this. I'm proud of the fact that we can lay claim to legacy. We can say, we did this when it was really, really hard to do. When nobody was going to do it, we did that. So yeah, I'd say I'm really proud of that.
It is possible to tour. We didn't do all 36 states, but it is possible to do all 36 states. If you have the right team, if you have the right backing, and everybody really puts their hearts into something, it's definitely possible to reach every part of Nigeria. And I think maybe also a message to the country, to the people, to the government as well. We all have a collective job to make this also easier on the part of people that want to do it, people that want to follow these footprints. I think we all have a collective role to play in making it easier, because it's also going to benefit us in the long run.
Did you ever think we were crazy for attempting a nationwide tour?
I think it takes a lot of guts to want to do something like that. So I think a little bit of crazy might have gone into it.
Yeah.
A little bit of crazy, yeah. I totally agree. What do you think?
No, I think we were crazy.
Yeah.
So when people talk about it tour years later, I want them to say it is the first of its kind.
Historic. I think they made history by doing something that has never been done by an individual artist on that scale. So the word that I'll say is historic.
I mean, I think the moment where it felt like I was doing something that was bigger than me was when because I didn't go for all the states, but I was in the loop with like almost everything that was happening, and to see every single state, see everybody come out every single time. And even though there were challenges, it was just, I think Twitter too. Twitter just made me realize that, okay, Lonas are not playing. It was like we're doing something that was bigger than all of us. And that was just something really beautiful to see.
I think it's a revolutionary step for music, for touring, and for entertainment on a grand scale in Nigeria. I think more artists will lean towards, taking their music on the road. More labels will see that if you actually put in the work, you can actually get talent on the road in Nigeria and get money from touring, get widespread visibility from touring. Before now, we used to look at touring as impossible or a logistical nightmare, basically because of how insecurity in the country has grown within the past decade. But now that people can see that one man can decide that, he wants to tour the country with his album and do that successfully, stopping at 25 cities, I think is revolutionary.
It's made me realize that there's a very big market for all sorts of music, just even outside of Lagos. Because it was 26 shows, 25 cities, and I'm telling you, at each city, the crowd that poured out to these shows, they came out, they know the music, they sing the music word for word. It's not as if we just love this artist because this artist is odd, or we're here to just see this artist that is on tour. There were people like that we hear that this artist is on tour, he's doing things, we want to come see him, but the majority of the crowd at those shows were really into the music. So that made me see there's serious market everywhere. There's people that can tap into whatever it is that you're making music for. So yeah.
I think the Homeless Tour would redefine how we look at touring in Nigeria and Africa in essential. Through this year alone, we've had a number of people try to take on local touring. A certain big artist has done a few stadium shows. Another artist is about to do an Eastern takeover. A South African artist has come to Nigeria recently to do a Lagos and Abuja stop. And that we never used to see things like that. When we think about touring, we think about going to the UK, going to America, taking our trades overseas. But more and more people are seeing that we need to take things back home. Back in the day, we used to have innovators like Trace in the City, Pepsi. And I think with this tour, people can see that despite the insecurity, you can still make things work.
Oh, really?
Will you do this again?
Really? Yeah?
You?
Of course.
I will do this over and over and over
again. It's exciting, but not now.
No, definitely not now.
Yeah, not very yes.
Definitely not now.
Llona is an artist that is spiritually connected to his music, and the depth of him as a human being, I think it's something that we haven't seen in a very long time.
I think Llona is stubborn, but he's good.
Llona is my therapist. I tell him that a lot. Llona is a very therapeutic artist.
Llona is very inspirational. He's a good storyteller. And I think one of his biggest traits or attributes is his ability to inspire people on his own journey.
Llona is fearless.
Llona, he's a soldier, is strong. Llona will not take no.
Nameless toy in one word, legacy.
Lonaba, everybody will understand me. Anybody get to know me like planting, and we did not get to be another. And I think it's the other hand, and we get to be the other hand. Everybody is understand me. I pray for a mother, me myself, I pray for her.